Hello.
Hello.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly.
That's great. The only thing is, well, I can hear you through my laptop and not my computer, which is strange. So sorry for the delay. It decided not to work on Firefox.
Oh, no problem.
Let me see if I can't use my headphones instead, because we're in an office area. Let me see if I can change it. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm okay. A bit stressed about, this deciding not to work at the last minute, but okay.
Hello?
Mark, are you with us?
Yes, do you listen to me?
Yes, I can listen to you. Can you hear me?
Yes, perfect.
Okay,
Hi.
fantastic. I'm also hearing you through the headphones now.
Hello, Hermes.
Hi,
How are
hello, hello, Mark. How do you do?
you? Fine, thanks.
Again, sorry about that. It decided not to work for Firefox, so I had to install Google Chrome very, very quickly on the computer. We use open software here, so everything on Viva has to use open software. So I was running as fast as I can to download Google Chrome, install the extension, open the Google Hangouts. So anyways, we're ready. Are you guys ready?
Yes,
Perfect.
we are ready.
Okay, do you have any questions about anything before we start?
No.
No, not for me. Everything is okay. No
All
question.
right. Since we did part 1 before, we can do part 1 again if you want. And if not, we can go to part 2. Which do you prefer?
What do you want?
Yeah, whichever.
Whichever.
Whichever, it's the same.
Okay, it's only about 15 minutes for the whole thing, so we'll do part 1 again, okay? Good evening, my name is Casey McAuliffe, and this is my colleague Bob Jones, and your names are?
Marc Obiol.
My name is Herbert Chavez.
Can I have your mark sheets, please? Thank you. First of all, we'd like to know something about you. Artemis, where are you from?
I was born in Nicaragua, but now I'm born in Tenerife.
And what do you do there?
I'm working in a hospital.
Thank you. Mark, how long have you been studying English?
Well, I've been studying English for 15 years or so, but now I am preparing for the CAE exam.
And what do you enjoy most about learning English?
What I enjoy most about learning English is be able to understand the films, the television shows, and also I enjoy traveling around the world.
Thank you. Mark, how important is it to you to spend time with your family?
Well, it's an interesting question, and I think it's very important to spend time with my family because I think it's your blood, and with your family you understand what they think without having to say anything. So they can understand how you feel, and they know how to make you laugh. So I think that is the best time you can spend to be with your family.
Thank you. Hermes, do you like using the internet to keep in touch with people?
Yes, I believe it's very interesting and very important to interact with other people around the world, because you can use it to watch the family, to see how are they living, and uses it also for a business to do to think that about the globalization, and this is very important to make contact.
Thank you. Hermes, what sort of work would you like to do in the future?
I would like to get a promotion in my job. I would like to continue in the same job I am doing, but to get a new next steps.
And Mark, have you celebrated anything recently?
Well, I celebrated my mom's birthday. She was 60, and we made a kind of big celebration, a big dinner.
Thank you. In this part of the test, I'm going to give each of you 3 pictures. I'd like you to talk about 2 of them on your own for about a minute, and also to answer a question briefly about your partner's pictures. Ooh. I have to share my screen. It's going crazy a little bit. So let me see if I can share my screen. Here. Can you see this?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Hermes, you're first. Here are your picture. They show people doing things together. I'd like you to compare 2 of the pictures and say why the people might be doing these things together and how the people might be feeling.
Okay. And on the left, we see a person that are skiing. Are 5 person that are the cold place is under it's snowy. It's not a beautiful day because it's not sunny, but I believe I enjoy it a lot about that. And on the right, we see 2 persons that are playing musical instrument. Maybe they are in the foreground. There is a boy that is playing a guitar, and in the background is with a drum. A boy is playing with drum. It seems that they are practicing maybe for some kind of concert. They seem very happy, and they are smiling. And on the sorry, but I'm not seeing the pictures.
Can you see it?
Yes, and now. Yes, I believe both are enjoying, and in the both picture the people are enjoying a lot, and they love be together and be, doing the things together. And this is all they are enjoying.
Thank you. Mark, in which situation do you think the people benefit most from being together?
Well, I think that the first picture is where people benefit more of being together, because if anyone has a problem there, they can help the other people, because they are in the snow, and it can be a difficult weather there. Now it's more or less sunny, but it can be difficult, and they have to share their own experience to survive, maybe.
Thank you. Now, Mark, here are your pictures. Can you see them?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like you to compare 2 of the pictures that show students doing different activities and say how students can benefit from doing these different activities and how helpful the activities might be in preparing them for their future lives.
Okay.
Can you see the questions and the pictures?
Yes.
Okay.
I will compare the first and the third picture. On the first picture, I can see a student girl that it seems to be in a library, and she is studying, and I think that she can benefit from studying hard, maybe to enter an university, to pass a difficult exam, so and to finally work in the job that they want. So I think she can benefit a lot from studying hard. And in the third picture, we can see that a lot of children doing a kind of tent or an activity in the grass, and they can benefit to share their experiences and to do a better friendship.
Thank you, Mark. That's about a minute. You didn't have time to answer the second question for the third picture. Just to let you know how you are with time. If you want to continue to speak, you can. It's practice, but I wanted to let you know that that was a minute. So be mindful of the time, but you can continue telling me about the next question if you want.
Okay, so but in the first picture, I answered the second question.
Yes, you answered.
The problem was with the third picture. Okay.
Exactly.
Thank you. How helpful might the activities be in preparing them from their future lives? Well, in the third picture, to be with a group, it's important to preparing for the future lives, because in the jobs, it's very important to talk with your partners and to share your impressions.
Thank you. Hermes, which of these activities do you think is most useful?
I believe it's on the picture on the right, because there are a group of people that are sharing time between them, and they are the experience in not only learning in books, is trying to do the things together and share information and knowledge between them to build something.
Thank you. Now I'd like you to talk about something together for about 2 minutes. Here are some things that people often have to make decisions about, and a question for you to discuss. First, you have some time to look at the task. Now, talk to each other about what people might have to consider when making these decisions.
Have to consider. Okay. Choosing the university is very important, because you have to consider the career will be your future, the person that you will become. And it's very important to choose a good university and for to get a good degree, and to have a good curriculum about this, and to get a better job. I don't know if you agree.
Yes, I agree with that. It's important to choosing a university, and also the university you choose can help you finding a job, and the job that you want. Other things that are important to consider is getting married. You have to think with yourself that if this person is the correct person, the right person for you, because you will be with her or him the rest of your life. And also you have to think that if it's the right person, but also if you can stay with her or him with children and with their family. I know. I don't know if you think like me, Hermes.
I completely agree with you, because when you choose a person, the person will be with maybe for the rest of the life, and you will start a family with that person. If you want to get married, usually the next step is to start a family, and it's very important to plan the children that you have, and is linked with the job, because you need to work, to have a good work, to be with your family and do not have problem, economic problem.
Yes, if you don't find the right job for you, it will be more difficult to have to start a family. Yes.
And speaking about moving to another country, is you need to consider first the reason why you are moving to another country.
You have to consider if you know the language.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's 2 minutes.
Thank you.
That's 2 minutes. You guys did very well. Now, you have about a minute to decide in which situation it is most important to make the right decision.
I believe getting married, because it could be the person that you choose. You can change the other, but it's not easy to change the person with you choose, because it's the person that you love. It's the person that you want, what you want to be all the time.
Well, I agree, and I disagree a little bit, because if you just get married, you can solve if there's a problem. But if you start a family, and starting a family, I mean to have children, it's more difficult, because the children will not be with a father and a mother, and they will have maybe 2 families, and it's more difficult for them. So I think that it's more important to start a family, to consider well things, to first start a family.
Thank you.
Okay, but just one thing. Okay, Mark, I'm totally agree with you. I made a mistake. Yeah, I agree with you. You're right. I was wrong.
Very good. Well done. That's the end of part 3. Now, Mark, is it best for people to make decisions on their own or to ask others for advice?
Well, that's a difficult question, and I think it's better to make decisions on their own, because if you fail, it's your fault, not the other's fault. But you have also to consider to hear the other people opinions, because most of the time you are not right. So maybe it's 50-50, the thing. I don't know if you have some friends that have a lot of experience, maybe it can be better to listen the others. But the point is that you are you, and you have to make your own decisions.
Hermes, do you agree?
Yes, I'm agree. When in taking a decision, one must take a consideration that either is you are for your own, or you are taking other people speak is your fault if not gain what you want. It's always is your fault. So you must take the decision. You need to gather information. Also, you need to take one decision.
Thank you. Hermes, why do you think some people find it harder to make decisions than others?
I believe because some people are very insecure. I just don't want to take the decision, but they don't know exactly what to do. Specifically when they do not have all the information they need. So I think you need one person to take a good decision, need to gather the most information. And when there is one decision, go ahead.
Thank you. Mark, how do you think that young people can be helped to take on responsibilities?
Well, let me think. Young people can be helped with a tutor to help make their own decisions, and maybe the most important figure is their parents. To have good parents that show you what it's right and what it's not. It's important, I think. Also, to have good friends, it's also important.
Hermes, do you think that people whose jobs involve making important decisions should be highly paid?
Yes, I believe that the person that take hard decision in this kind of job, there is the most important in that in the work, because they are the leader, and when they take decision, all the rest should follow them about the decision, either a good or bad decision. Actually, it's very important. And in all, the majority of jobs, these people are paid more.
Mark, what do you think?
Well, I think that people that make big decisions and hard decisions have to be paid better than the others, because with their decisions they can change other people's life. So if you don't pay these people more than the other companies, maybe they will find another job and and you will not have this kind of leader.
Thank you. That is the end of the test. Goodbye.
Thank
That's
you.
what we say as examiners. Thank you. That is the end of the test. Goodbye. That's all we can say. What did you think? What did you think about the exam?
Well, it's similar to the practice that we could see. I think that it's very interesting to do these practices. For example, when I studied these other CAE courses, but live, and rarely we have done these exercises, the 15 minutes exercises, because there are a lot of people in the class, and I think that it's very good to prepare. And now when I started this exercise, I realized that maybe I have done the right decision to be here at UDIMA.
Right, maybe you have made the right decision.
I've made.
Yes, and I'm seeing all my faults and all my mistakes that I have made when I'm talking, because I was thinking I was best. I think I was better, but when I'm doing this practice, I say I need to learn more.
I don't know if you can see this. This is my page of notes that I was taking while you were speaking.
Oh.
Yes.
So what do you think about us?
I think that you guys did well, especially for your first time. You can tell that you guys have had practice. You've looked, you've seen how it's structured. You knew what was coming. You knew what was expected of you. In part 3, when you had the collaborative task, you guys did well at asking each other and interacting, which is incredibly important. When you do that part, I told you guys last time that it's very important. You have to ask each other, what do you think? Do you agree? Yes, I agree. No, I do not agree, and give your reasons why. You didn't have enough time to talk about many of, and don't worry if you don't have time to talk about all of them, it's okay. What matters is the quality of your conversation during this part. I think that you do need to agree at the end, though. So it was very important, Hermes, that you said, okay, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. So it was important that you recognize the time that you have and come to a decision, because that's important in part 3. You need to come to a decision.
You need to come to the decision together. You have
Yes.
to agree with the final decision. Okay.
That's why they give you the extra minute. This part has changed. Since 2015, the exam has changed. And in the past, you just had 3 minutes to discuss and it didn't matter if you made a decision or not. But now, after 2015, they changed it. They stop you after 2 minutes, and they ask you to make a decision together after 2 minutes is up. That's why they give you the extra minute.
Okay.
So Hermes, good job.
Thank you.
Also, in part 2, you did fantastic with timing. Many of my students have problems. Mark saw that in picture 2, question 2. You've run out of time.
Yes.
What's really important is that you do not describe the pictures. Hermes, you did a little of that. Mark, you also did a little of that. Don't describe the picture, okay? The examiners have eyes, they can see the picture. You know, the idea is for that 1 minute, for that 60 seconds, you have 2 very complicated questions to answer for 2 questions. So it's important if they ask you, why would this benefit them and how are they feeling, that you go directly to those questions.
Okay, very well. It's a good advice. Thank you.
Good. You could say, these 2 people are skiing and I think this benefits them because, and they might be feeling this. And in the second picture, they're making a tent, you know, they're building a tent. They could be they benefit from this because, and they might be feeling happy or excited about being at camp. And then if you have extra time, then you could say which one you would prefer, where they might be, what they might be doing, I mean, etc. But really focus on answering those 2 questions.
Okay. Okay, good.
More things. Your guys' expressions were really good.
Oh, thanks.
Your expressions to take into consideration, Hermes, you said, or the point is that, you said, Mark. Your expressions are good. Your vocabulary is good, but needs work. Yeah, we need to expand your vocabulary more. There are some good words like globalization that was said, Hermes, that you said in the foreground and the background that were really good. To gather information, that was great. But we really need to work on more complicated vocabulary. This is a C1 level. They want to see incredibly complex verb tenses, vocabulary, expressions, you know, to get a word in edgewise, idioms, phrasal verbs. Yeah, your language should be quite rich at this level.
Okay.
So this is something to keep in mind for the next speaking practice.
Perfect. I will try. I will work on it.
Very good.
Okay. It's a good idea. Thanks a lot.
Those are just my comments in general. Do you guys have any questions for me?
I know. I really have enjoyed it a lot. After this little conversation that you have with us, this was the best part for us. Thanks a lot.
I'm happy. It's my pleasure. Mark, do you have any questions?
Well, just I want to say that when the question that if we will do the schedule. Schedule.
Yes.
I didn't know if I will do it or not because I didn't have an email. I don't know if it's possible to have an email or something to confirm that because I just see the schedule that Hermes was with me, but I was not sure.
Every time, I think Sarah had the same problem because I did the same thing with her earlier. Every time I put a poll in the classroom and you sign up for that time, that's your time. If you're alone, even with me, if you're with a partner, if there are 3 people, whoever is there, that's your time.
Okay, perfect.
So as soon as you click on that option, 100% sure, no matter what, even if I have to install Google
You will be
Chrome,
there, okay.
I will be here.
Okay, so perfect. I understand now.
Yes, that's it. If you have any questions or problems, just email me or call me or anything like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer this into a document by the end of the week, and put it up for you guys for your grades for the AEC too.
Okay, we have passed exam, this little exam.
You guys did great. You guys did a very good job.
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you.
See you guys. Have a good week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you.
Thank you.